Hi, I'm Tad the Diet Coach, and I wanted to talk about today. I've had questions about bulking up and about cutting down, and I get a myriad of different questions around these topics. And today I actually wanted to talk about an effective off season. So, what makes an effective off season effective? Obviously, for bodybuilders and for most competitors, like bigger competitors, they typically have some changes they want to make on their physique, add muscle, and this is typical for most competitors. Even so for bikini competitors who may want to add some muscle to their glutes or may want to reshape their body a little bit. I'm mainly referring to most competitive athletes. So in this instance, as a competitive athlete, your off season is the most effective when you can stay as close to as you can to your contest weight. However, putting on an abundance of size, like for instance, bodybuilders who want to really bulk up in the offseason, who need to put on a lot of size to be able to compete effectively, they really need to be able to do this, have the flexibility and the freedom in the offseason to be able to do this, adding more calories, adding more weight. But to make it the most effective, you really want to add quality weight. So there's no sacrifice, whether or not you may, and I've done it all ways. I've been up to as high as 272 pounds, and I've been as close as 10 to 15 pounds of my contest weight in the off season. So, and I know that the most effective way to do this, to have, and when I say effective, I'm talking about effective for making the transition to being competing the following season. So to have an effective off season means that you're going to have it's going to benefit your contest prep, and it's going to make your contest prep effective. People who have good off season diets, good off season programs, always have much better preps for contests. So staying as close as you can to contest weight is effective, is good. For bodybuilders, you can be that number, that margin can be a bit more, depending on how heavy you are. For guys who are under 200 pounds, it's going to be between 15 or 20 pounds. For guys who are over 200 pounds, it's probably going to be just a little bit more than that. So it really depends. A guy who's weighing 270 pounds on stage is going to probably be over 300, or at least close, somewhere around there. Whereas a guy weighing, he's coming in maybe at 170 pounds or 160 pounds. He's probably, if he gets up to 180 pounds, he's doing pretty good. But that's about the limit. Once you get beyond that, you really don't take much else of it with you. There are those rare occasions where you have individuals who really just grow and who the weight is good hard weight and good true weight, and that's what you really are trying to achieve. But most people don't do that. Most of the time, if you're an aggressive bodybuilder or an aggressive athlete, adding muscle in the off season with an aggressive program, 1 pound of muscle a month for men is excellent that you take with you to the stage. Now that may mean 2 pounds a month, but 1 pound of muscle a month that you take with you to the stage at the end of a 12-month off season or end of a 10-month off season, if you've gained 10 pounds, that you're 10 pounds heavier on stage than you were last year, you're doing better than most bodybuilders out there who are competing, even advanced, more seasoned athletes. For women, it's about half that. So between 3 and 6 pounds a year, and that's being fairly aggressive. Women just don't gain muscle at the same rate as men. Neither do they have as many fibers in their body. They have over a third less fibers in their body. So most women do. Some women don't. There's obviously anomalies out there, but in general, that's the way it goes. So I hope this was helpful. The takeaway here, I know it's a little ambiguous. The takeaway here is that keeping your off season, having a structured diet plan, having a structured off season is always going to you're going to set your metabolism up correctly. It's going to set your prep up more effectively than if you just went off the wagon like most people do, or like many people do, and eat, gain weight, try to gain whatever weight they can, or try to make any progress they can, and not really pay close attention to the details of their off season program. So and also staying close to as close as they reasonably can to their contest weight. It's acceptable to get over your contest weight, like I said, by 10, 20, sometimes 30 pounds. It just depends on what kind of weight it is and what kind of athlete you are. If you're a bodybuilder over 300 pounds, or if you're a figure competitor who's 120 pounds on stage. So having said all that, the takeaway is effective off-season means effective contest prep. If you have an ineffective off-season, chances are it makes your prep a lot difficult, whether you've gained a lot of extra body fat or whether you've starved yourself too much. So either way, it works as a double-edged sword. So I hope that was helpful for people. I'll be doing more of these videos again, so please keep sending me your questions and your ideas. I'm happy to incorporate them. So this is Tad the Diet Coach, once again, saying be positive.